Then, although I don't know if you can hear me, we are now at the Golan Heights, at the border between Syria and Israel, and you can see that if you want to reach Beijing, it's only 7,000 kilometers, but to reach Damascus, it's only 65 kilometers. You can see here a bunker, and we are on top of a volcano mount. Family! Alright. You can actually hear it, but you can hear me as well. Okay. Whatever you want. Family, if you want to listen, please come. And what you can see now is the border. You just have to look for the lady that asked me not to take a video of her. And it's okay.
Did she get out?
Yeah, she's in the coffee place. Now, first of all, say hi. Hello. It's a little bit chilly.
Oh, it feels great.
I wish it was going to be like that all here. That's what I'm saying. But you know that Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, we will sweat. But we will sweat less from tomorrow. What we can see here. It's a little bit difficult to see, but can you see the city there? That is Quneitra, which is the suburban of Damascus.
Over there?
Over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right there.
That is
Yeah. Quneitra used to be here in front of you, and we occupied it in 1967, and we brought it back to them, but the Syrian didn't let them stay there. And they had to build themselves another place there. The Syrian are taking their visitors, like tourists like you, to Old Quneitra to show them how bad we are. And I'm taking you to here not to show you how bad the Syrian people are, because they're not. Most of the people are beautiful. Oh, look at the lady. Hello, the lady. Hello. Hello. All right, then in that case, every green area that you see in front of you is part of Israel, but this is the no man land. We cannot go there. Because it's United Nation area in a way.
Oh, yeah.
And if you are talking about United Nation area, can you see the white houses there?
Way?
Yeah, that's United Nation Army camp. Until 3 years ago, until the end of the war between Syria and themselves, the army, the United Nations had a place there to watch and to control. And nothing is there now, as I believe, unless if they will be there, it's a bad sign. It means something happened now in Syria. The water system there is ours. The other one is already of Syria.
Is that what lake is that? That's not a famous lake. That big
No. It's just a water reserve.
Oh.
The idea that we actually started and they copied it, instead of pumping all the water from the Sea of Galilee all the way up, and you saw how difficult it was to climb, when it rains here, we actually stop it, like small dams, and that with those water we are watering the fields here. Then they study it as well. Look to the left, and you can see a very big mountain. Can you see it? This is the highest mount of Israel and Syria. It's called Mount Hermon, and that is the ski resort of Israel.
Nice.
Every year, now, I don't know, now we cannot see nothing, you can see nothing. The left part is Israel, the right part belongs to Syria. And remember, Yom Kippur, you actually asked me, no, it was you that asked me. We were, in 1967, when we occupied everything, our ego was very strong. We were sure that no one will attack us at all. But in 1973, although every soldier could understand that something is going to happen, we decided that they won't do that, especially not in Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement. No one is actually, everyone are fasting there. then most of the Israelis were already in their houses. I remember that I was sneaking from my house in Yom Kippur, and I went to the other side of Tel Aviv. It was not allowed, but because it was allowed, I did it. And then I heard the siren, and I read that I knew that something is happening. Why did we have the siren? Because at that time we had no telephone at the houses. There was like, let's say, 2 telephones for 100 people. Then the only way to wake us up, because no TV, no radio, was the alarm. Everyone knew that something is happening. Then in that case, they surprised us. They already entered to Israel, and they could continue. I don't know why they didn't continue. Maybe because of him.
Yeah, I believe it.
Then, maybe because of him. Then in that case, we were saved. Because even Golda said, I think in the movie you might say, we lost the war. We lost Israel. Then it was like 2 days before we lost Israel. Then you can understand how difficult it is. That's why that valley is called the Valley of Tears. Because so many of us and so many of them died in that day. Remember, they had more than, let's say, 1,500 tanks. We had around 100 tanks, and most of the people who've been there were fasting. In that case, energy they had no. And still we won. Still we won. I don't know how it's happened. Again, I will look at the sky and say because of it. Today, it's a bunker based on Syrian bunker as well. And you can travel a little bit. They close it. Most of it is closed, but you can sneak in from time to time.
You like sneaking.
I like it. Yeah, I like. I as a tour guide, I need to know everything. I must know everything. Then, in that case, let's climb up because we want to see a little bit of Lebanon as well.
Yeah.
All right. Then, where is the lady? Okay. Okay. Did you see that Damascus is only 60 kilometers from us, and Moscow? It's all right. Moscow is so far anyhow. Then let's climb up. And it's freezing. Oh, they blocked it. No, I don't know if everyone can actually do that. Lebanon is just behind those mountains. The kibbutz here is Merom Golan, which is a wonderful kibbutz. We talked about beef.
Yeah.
Excellent beef. Restaurant and a lovely guest house, but it's only from 1967 and up. Remember, that was Syria. Close to the Mount Hermon, you can visit the Druze villages. Remember, another religion that went out of Islam. Beautiful people, but the Druze are loyal to the country that they are in. The question here is, are they loyal to Syria or are they loyal to Israel? Most of the Druze in Israel are serving the army. Those Druze can choose, because some of them are loyal to Syria because they believe that one day we will bring it back to Syria. Then it's beautiful villages, lovely people. Some of them are for us, some of them against us. Well, that's the story of Israel. United Nations area was where this beautiful family were, and you could hear everything about what they believe will happen. But if they are not here, it means that nothing will happen. At least not today. Then if you want to try to go in from time to time from the lower part, you can. Usually, and I'm afraid to say it, if you will jump over here, you will be able to enter to see a little bit, another part of it, but we can skip it. All right?
Is it a bunker?
It's a bunker. It is a bunker.
That's what a bunker is.
Yeah, I can see the tunnels. We never used it. Now I can say touch wood. That one was never used. It was built after 1967, and mostly there's nothing here. Few years ago, when they have problems between themselves, I was sitting with the same Coca-Cola Zero. It was, I think at that time it was Cola Diet or Cola Light.
Yeah.
We were sitting here and watching the war. And at the beginning we enjoyed it. Wow, we heard the booms, we saw the mushroom. And then I realized that it's not a movie.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sleep for 3 days because I really enjoyed it at that time. It was, wow, look at that, oh, look at that. That was sad. That was sad, but it's happened, and for me it's kind of a nightmare. Then I'm so happy to hear that nothing is happening. And let's hope that we will find a solution for that. Then in that case, we've been here. Then we are now at the bunker itself. Heading to the other side. I hope that you will be able to hear me because of the wind. Whew. This is the kibbutz that I was talking about, Miron Golan. Sorry, I didn't bring my headsets. Guys, remember, switch cameras. You take pictures of you, help the others to take pictures as well. Be my guest. And then we will say goodbye. Then look at that. Damascus is only 65, not 60. Jerusalem 161 kilometers. Tehran, Iran 1400 kilometers. Sydney 40,000 kilometers. Amsterdam and Washington almost 10,000, actually 9,000 kilometers. Tel Aviv, we just came from Tel Aviv, it's 151. Can you understand that Tel Aviv, it's more difficult to reach from here than Damascus? And we are 1,1165 meters above sea level, around 3,000 feet.